Hi artists! Today we are going to make some art inspired by artist Chris Uphues. He makes really fun murals and they often have really cute, really colorful hearts with really fun faces. So that is what our focus is for today. For my drawing, I'm going to be using a permanent marker. If you don't have a permanent marker, you could use a black crayon. Don't use a regular marker, permanent marker or a black crayon. First, I'm going to draw some hearts. Let's draw these hearts together. Start with a dot. From that dot, make a diagonal line. Then make another diagonal line going in the opposite direction. You can make it bigger if you want a bigger heart. And then we're going to curve and curve, and there is one heart. Now let's make some other hearts. They can be different sizes. Some could be big, some could be small. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hearts. You could have more hearts, you could have fewer hearts, but I'm going to start with 6 hearts. The next step is to add some faces to these hearts. Now, looking at Chris Uphues' murals, I found lots of faces. These are just 12 possible faces that I could choose from. Or you could make your own hearts as your own faces as well. You don't have to copy the faces that you see in his work. You could do totally your own thing. So I am going to do 12 of these that I found in one of his murals and just pick the ones that I like best. So I think I am going to go with one that looks kind of like this. And you can do your own faces at the same time. Okay, all of my hearts have faces. Now I can add some other details. So in Chris Uphues' art, he sometimes has all kinds of other things like flowers and clouds and little critters, even a banana. So I can add whatever I want to make this a little bit more fun. I think I'm going to add some flowers. I really like to draw flowers, so I'm going to add some flowers to my picture. You can add other things to your picture, or you can add flowers too. Okay, so there are my flowers, and I think I'm going to also add a cloud that just kind of goes in behind some of these hearts. So just behind in the background, there is my cloud. And another thing that he often does in his art is he has rainbows. So the rainbow, I'm not going to draw with the black because I want the colors to blend together. So I'm going to switch right now to using my markers. And I'm going to start by coloring in some rainbows. So these don't have to be full rainbows, they could just be some of the colors, or you could do more than just a few. So you're going to do a red stripe that's going to go kind of behind, like that. And maybe there's another one that's behind going here. And just be very careful not to color over the things you already made. So you want to have your rainbows just sort of popping in from the different places and not coloring through your hearts or your flowers. Okay, after that, I'm going to use some more markers to color in different parts of my heart. So I'm going to color all of my tongues that are showing pink. There we go. And then on a heart that doesn't have a tongue, I'm just going to go around the outline for now because I want to show you a trick that you can do with your markers if you have a paintbrush. So if you have a paintbrush, you can use a little water on your paintbrush and turn your water-based markers into paint, almost like making watercolors to fill in your heart. So that will work only with water-based markers. So if you don't have a paintbrush, then you could just color it all in. But if you do have a paintbrush, this is a fun way to use your markers. Now you could also, if you don't have markers, you could of course do this whole thing with crayons or even colored pencils. All right, so color in your entire picture using whatever materials it is that you have at home, whether that means you're painting or doing the magic painting trick with the markers or coloring the whole thing in with markers. It is up to you. Wow! What will your artwork look like?